Did I? Where do you know that from?
Huh?
Where you know from that what I've told my players?
Well, I read it, but I'm careful of the company that we're
So, I think that was. I'm not sure I said that, to be honest, because I think it is obvious. So I barely say the obvious things. So it's clear that it's not over whatever happened, because we both have 3 games to play, and my concern is actually how can we win our games, and then we have absolutely no hand in how City will play their games. But before they are played, I think we should not add on points. We don't do that, and I'm pretty sure City is not doing that. So, and as far as not reachable anymore, why should we stop believing? And that's what we do.
On Tuesday at Villa, obviously you face Steven Gerrard, and a man that you know very well. If he does well at Villa, which obviously it's in his DNA to do well, do you think you face your possible successor?
I have no idea. Yeah, but my possible successor, yes. Yeah, of course it's possible that Stevie will be manager here one day. Yeah.
Could you see that happening in reality then?
I have no idea. That's not my decision to make, and it's about other parties and Stevie as well. So, but I think it's possible. That's it.
Thank you. Vinny, for Sky.
Jürgen, can I ask you about the quotes from Pep, what you made of them, where he said everyone in this country supports Liverpool, the media, and everyone. Liverpool have an incredible history in European competitions, not in Premier Leagues, because they've won 1 in 30 years, so I don't care. They have more support around the world, and in England, more support Liverpool than us. Does it feel like that to yourself?
No, I live in Liverpool, so yes, here a lot of people want us to win the league. That's true, but even here it's probably only 50%. Just the other guys people were involved in another fight, at least until yesterday, and yeah, look, we are as manager, and I had this experience not only recently. After a game, we are obviously. How can I say that? It's so we are massively influenced by the game, by the situation, stuff like this. So I said, and would I say it again? No, but I said after the game, they play like they play, and are still only 5th. Yeah. So it felt good in that moment, but anyway wrong. So but it was just my feeling in that moment. And I couldn't respect Antonio more and what he's doing, and my God, how he organized teams and all these kind of things. Yes, but after a game like this, so now I don't know exactly in which situation Pep was when he then, after getting knocked out of the Champions League, that's obviously already difficult enough to take, but then, of course, Liverpool made it to the final. Then you have these kind of things, but they played Villarreal and we played Real and all these kind of things, and then you say what you say, and he's right. On top of that, I was right with 5th place and Tottenham still, and he was right. We won the Premier League only once. I have no idea if the whole country is supporting us. That I don't know that. It's not the feeling I get actually when we go to other places and play there. It's actually the opposite. But maybe he knows more about that than me.
How difficult, again, is team selection this week? Because obviously, I'd imagine it'd be difficult to name the same starting 11 once again after playing Saturday evening. You then play Tuesday, and you've got another final to go. So, what difficult decisions are facing you this week in terms of making sure that your squad is as fresh as possible for each game?
Yeah, and win them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a challenge, to be honest. But very often, the decisions get easier with all the information I get from the medical department, because then I don't have to choose between all of them. I have only a few, so we will. That's not in this short periods between the games. I didn't get all information yet, or not the final information. So when I leave here, I will go to the medical department and collect some more, and then we will see that. But it's difficult. It's challenging. So that's it. Bobby's in full. So Bobby now trained before the last game. He trained then 2 days, but we don't train a lot, so he always has to do more. That's what he's still doing. So decision for tomorrow. He gets closer and closer and closer, and hopefully he can be involved.
Juliet?
Jurgen, after the game on Saturday, you said you weren't happy, but the players, but not as sad as the players were.
Yeah.
Straight away, obviously raw emotion and everything else. So how are they now?
Better. Look, it's very easy. It's very easy to describe our situation. And obviously different perspectives. So we can take it exactly like it was, and we say just we drew, they won. Makes it 3 points, and the goal difference changed obviously as well. Or you see it like this, that we were 6 points behind, and they lost, and we won. And the rest is exactly the same. We would be flying. We couldn't wait until we could play Aston Villa and try to bring in the next 3 and all this kind of thing. So as human beings, it's really cool. We can decide by ourselves how we see it. There are some facts, but we are allowed to ignore them. So, and then I tried to create, try to help the boys to see it like me. And we'll invite everybody else as well. So let's just guess or assume that we won the last game and they lost. So, and now we go to Aston Villa. That doesn't make the Aston Villa game a little bit easier, not at all. It just gives you a nicer perspective, and that's what I think is important as well.
BBC Message.
She wanted another
I thought
question.
that's what-
You know each other much longer than we know each other. So yeah.
I thought.
Actually, just a very quick, because you said maybe it's difficult to get people to think that way. So has it been difficult to get?
Oh no, we are not that often together. That's actually that's not. I didn't think exactly that directly after the game, to be honest. But it's anyway possible. So no, we have enough now. What's time? It's not morning anymore for everybody, but it's 1 o'clock, and we play 8 o'clock tomorrow. 8 o'clock, I think, tomorrow night. Enough time to create a common view, and that's what we'll try.
Hi, Jürgen.
Hi.
How much of a positive would you say it is to have a game so soon after the draw against Spurs, especially even though it's a busy spell? Is it a positive to
No.
be able to
I would be happy to we play tomorrow, Wednesday, would be great. But no, all fine. It's like it is, and no problem anymore. If we would not be used to it now, then something would be really wrong. But for different reasons, it would be great. Different, no. But having a game again is cool. But if we would play on Saturday, nothing would change. So that's it. It's not that we have to overcome something. It really. And by the way, after in the press conference said, "Don't behave like on a funeral." I didn't mean my players. I meant the press room. Because it was like it's not. Can we really talk to him? Can we ask this question? Can we ask that question? That's a normal result. Was always possible, and especially against Tottenham, was not really far away. And if I really prefer to draw in a game like this, because we have still games to play, and playing a pretty good game against an incredibly well-organized team. We were not perfect, but I don't think it's possible to be perfect against these kind of teams on the time of the season where we are now. So I really liked the game. If we would have won 1-0, great, but would have played really bad, lucky, stuff like this. Everybody would be happy because 1 point behind City, but I have no idea what I tell the boys, because then you have to change everything for the next game. So we have to keep going. That doesn't make it more likely, but it's better to work with, to be 100% honest, and that's why the perfect situation, but we would now be 9 points plus 20 goals on the other side, but that's really not possible, and so it's like it is. Let's go from here.
And you branded your players the mentality monsters throughout the reign as well. How is tomorrow almost 1 point? I know, just looking at the Saturday as well, just in terms of going into a cup final off the back of a positive result as well.
Whatever happens tomorrow night, if we win, it would be helpful mood-wise. If not, we have 4 days to create a mood. So until the cup final, it's a cup final. It's a one-off now. So that's yeah. In an idle world, you win all the games, and you are always in a great mood. In a not so idle world, like unfortunately we are living in, it's a lot of times we have to respond. You have to do that as well on setbacks, these kind of things, and that's what we have to do. But I'm not thinking about a setback now. But so, yes, in our situation, the only chance to win things is to win all our football games, and that's a tough task with this schedule. And but we still give it a try by taking one by one, and not now thinking already about the cup final.
Carl, I think that's it for the opening part.
Carl, it's really confusing.
I thought
There,
it
here,
was more polite.
camera, no camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more polite maybe not to shout this time.
Oh, okay.
Just wondering whether you speak to the players about spreading this positivity, or does the dressing room look after itself?
Dressing rooms in general look after themselves, but I don't want to give it a chance, so I will tell them anyway. Yeah.
I know you've got a lot of big characters in there. Who would be the players you would look to spread that message for you?
Oh no, it's not like a milk thing. It's no. I do it. I tell everybody, so then I know it. I can be sure that everybody knows it. So it's now not something for the players' committee or whatever. And I speak to them and say, "Come on, boys, get out there and spread the good news." No, I know it's difficult. That's all clear. But how I said, we are really allowed. We are not allowed a lot, but we are allowed to have our own views, and let's see.